All right, guys. I'm going to pull up our next set of notes, our next lesson that we're going to be covering, which is going to cover our three different forms that we use in fifth grade math. And so these are actually, they're not new to you, or they shouldn't be. These are things that you should have learned in third and fourth grade, probably even a little bit lower than third grade, but probably really started using them more in third and fourth grade. Really, since we're going to be learning the same thing throughout this, I'll kind of talk to you about the new part, which would really just be tacking on the thousands place. So from earlier in the week with some of our lessons, that's kind of the new part that you would pick up on when you get to fifth grade is learning the tenths, the hundredths, and then of course the thousands being the new part for fifth grade. So let's go over the three forms again. So these are forms that you need to know. These are ways, these could pop up on assignments or pop up on a test question. So you need to know your vocabulary here. You have three. You have one called the standard form. You have one called expanded form or notation. They could be either expanded form or expanded notation. Or you have word form. I always kind of tell kids in class, out of the three, the one that usually is the hardest is probably this middle one here. And so we're going to spend the most time on that one. But let's go over standard, expanded form or notation and word form one more time so you guys can get this back. So we usually make this little flip book in class. So I'm going to just take some pictures of this and then have this video for you for your notes. So standard form basically is you writing a number. And so I'll just flip this open and we talk about it in class, and I usually go over a few examples. You can tell here I have three numbers written out in standard form. I have a number, this number one, I have 616 and 6/10. Number two, I have 4,986 and 47 hundredths. And then number three, I have 776 1,691 and 335 thousandths. That's kind of a mouthful, but that's a big number. But that could be a number that you see in fifth grade. Probably my number one hint when it comes to reading numbers or thinking about standard form is just kind of generally think about some things. This is something I've been talking in class with some kids about, and that is, when you see a number, really kind of analyze it first. Think about what you're dealing with. I'm going to wait on the announcement. All right, they're done making announcements. All right, so when you're looking at numbers, especially like these, I might notice, all right, well, this first one, I know it has to do something with the tenths place because I can see that decimal and it's got one extra place past it. This has to do something with the hundredths place. This has to do something with the thousandths place. And so those little bitty things, it doesn't take long. It's pretty quick. It's just something that needs to cross your mind before you even start reading or you start writing a number. Just kind of generally think about what you're dealing with here. So standard form's pretty easy. Anytime you write a number, that is considered to be standard form. All right, let's move on to expanded form or expanded notation.